It's fun to see our guys bounce back on the second night. Obviously, we talked about them not shooting the ball well yesterday, 17 for 37. I just thought our flow offensively right from the start was pretty good. Kevin was exceptional tonight. It was fun to see him basically come out of a shell. He hadn't really scored or shot the ball well. We were able to play through Kevin, and Trey didn't shoot the ball well, and I thought it was, good for him to just kind of settle in and come in. He played the entire fourth quarter and still ends up with a double-double, and we got a lot of guys some easy opportunities in the fourth quarter. So great team effort. Really excited.
Coach, in the second half, particularly in the fourth quarter, once there was an inkling of a Pelicans run, how would you assess how the team responded defensively?
I thought, we're on some minute restrictions and trying to balance, Kevin's minutes, John's minutes, Dwayne's minutes. I thought it actually worked in our favor in a lot of ways, not having to have anyone out on the floor for too long. So Dwayne was great defensively. I thought Trey did a good job of containing penetration, and John must be a season high in blocks. He ends up with about 3 or 4 blocks, and a lot of them were down the stretch. So I thought our guys responded extremely well, protecting the paint. They were shooting it well from the three-point line, but a lot of it was us being able to protect the paint, and in the fourth quarter particularly.
You mentioned Kevin coming out of his shell. Is that something you can see during the game where it's almost like his eyes are lighting up, he's getting more confident as things go on when the ball falls in?
Yeah, we've seen it. When he's herky-jerky with the basketball, he's got a little flow to him. And obviously him making his first shot gets him going, and you see him string 2 shots together, and so it's keep running the play and until they stop it. And the other good thing about Kevin is he's a willing passer. So him putting him in pick and rolls where he can attack is a great thing, but we also understand he's going to make the right decision. He made a nice throwback to Torian, and Torian throws it into Dwayne. And this is in that stretch where Kevin was scoring. So he's a willing passer. He's a great facilitator. He's able to create his own shot. He makes a tough shot over AD. And you see that type of bounce and pop when he's on the court. I want to try and run some offense through him, and he did a good job tonight.
Coach, you played Devin and Lynn together tonight. What was your assessment about them two playing together?
They reminded me that when they've started together, they're 2-0 in the year. So they like the big combination. But again, it was a minute restriction. I thought we had an advantage of being big. So when we needed to get John out in the fourth quarter, great opportunity to play Dwayne and Alex, and they played well together. You get teams that are small, someone's going to have to guard one of those guys, and that's why Alex was getting a lot of opportunities at the rim in the fourth quarter, and Dwayne ends up with a throwback 3 from Trey, just because we're able to move them. Both of those guys can shoot the 3, so we're going to have advantages when they're shooting the 3 and when we have a small guy guarding one of them.
Coach, talk about minute restrictions coming off a back-to-back. How important was it for you guys to finally get one and close it out in the fourth quarter?
It was, it's tough. And I thought, we go up to Miami and we lose, by 1. And you guys have been competing. We lose a close game to San Antonio here, and then we lose a close one to Brooklyn. So the guys have been there. They've been in position to get the win. We haven't come out with it. But I thought our guys have been competing for a consistent amount of time over the last 2 weeks. So this is refreshing to finally get one, understanding that with all the competitive games we've had, being able to close it out, not just keep it close, get some separation was important.
When Trey has a game like this where struggles are in the shooting mostly, but he seems to sort of switch into that other mode, which is playmaker and passer, how much of a benefit it is to have that? And then is there a message that you give him in terms of, okay, lean into this aspect of the game more?
I told him he should be, it's part of leadership. For him, have conversations with Jalen, who was able to come in, and we made great runs with our bench tonight. I thought Bays played extremely well. DeAndre played great for a stretch when he was out there, and Jalen played well. And it's important for Trey as a leader to really recognize that he wasn't shooting the ball well. Kevin did have a night going, and his minutes were lower in the first half and even in the third quarter. But to not be frustrated, to come back in and play 12 straight minutes in the fourth quarter and then shift into that gear where he's just the playmaker. We have an advantage with the bigs. He's able to find those guys, and when they don't show him a crowd, he's able to get to the free throw line, and that's how he was able to score tonight. So I think it's a sign of maturity. I think he's going to see some of these games from time to time and understand he can still impact the game. Good.